All right, Mr. Cook here with some additional factoring practice. Let's pick another random problem to work through. So we just worked through number one on the previous video. Now let's try another one. Let's do, I don't know, it doesn't really matter which one we picked. It's all the same kind of stuff. So let's just pick one that looks particularly nasty, like 8. 8 has double-digit numbers all the way across, so that's going to be potentially some really, really big, list of factors. But it's going to be the same exact steps. If we just stick with the process, it'll find a solution for us. Okay, so let's do number 8 here. We started off the same way that we did in the video number 1. We take the 21 and the 64 and we multiply them together. Oh, I can't do that in my head, so let's go ahead and multiply it using our calculator. 21 times 64. That gives us 1,344. Oh my goodness. But all right, so the numbers that we're going to look for, similar to the ones that we did over here, we're looking for two numbers that multiply together to be 1,344 and add together to be this middle coefficient right over here, which is negative 80. So what we need to do is establish a list of the factors if it's a number that's unfamiliar to us, like 1,344. So let's go ahead and list those out. So we might have a pretty big list, so let's just keep going because it's a 4-digit number. 1,344. Well, I know it's divisible by 1. That's the gimme 1,344. Since it's an even number, it'll be divisible by 2, so that should be, what is that? 672 or something like that. 1,344 divided by 2. Yeah, 672. Okay, let's see if it divides by 3 evenly. I'm not even sure if it does or not. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, cool. So it divides by 3, so that's 448. Then it'll be divisible by 4 because if it divides by 2 and it's still even, it can divide by another factor of 2, so that'd be 4. So let's divide that out. 1,344 divide by 4 on our calculator, and we get 336. And then it won't be divisible by 5. I know that because it doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. Let's try 6. I know it will be divisible by 6 because when it divides by 3, it's still divisible by 2 again. So if we divide it by 2, we'll get 224. And then let's try maybe 7. I have a sneaking suspicion that 7 is going to work because to get to 1344, we had to multiply 21 and 64. And since 21 is divisible by 7, that's a good indication that this one will be divisible by 7. In fact, it will be. So let's divide that out by 7 as well. So 1344 divided by 7, and we get 192. So 192. And the number is, along the right-hand side is getting smaller. So that means that we're getting closer to our limit of factors. All right, so I know it'll divide by 8 because we have 4 and we have an even number here. So if I divide 336 by 2, I should end up with, let's see here. I'll just do that one on the calculator here. Let's see, 336 divided by 2, 168. So 8 and 168. Oh, I guess I could have also done 1,344 divided by 8. Same thing. But let's see if 9 will divide out. I'm not sure if it will or not, but might as well try and see. So 1344 divided by 9 gives us, okay, so there's one that won't divide out evenly. And I know that 10 won't work either. So then we go to 11. 11 won't work probably. Let's see if it does. I don't think that it will because 64 and 21 are not divisible by 11. So let's try 12. So if we divide by 12, use your calculator, you should end up with 112. 13, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's not going to work. 14 will work. So 14, if we divide 1,344 by 14, we should get 96. I better double check that one just to make sure. 1344 divided by 14. Oh, yeah, 96. Okay, so 96 was right. Won't divide by 15 because it doesn't divide by 5. And then 16 will work. So 16, and then we get 84. Yeah, 84. And then let's see, 17 I don't think, yeah, that won't work. 17 will work. 18 will not work because it doesn't divide by 9. 20 will not work because it doesn't end in a 0. 21 works. That's 21 and 64. All right, so we're getting closer to our maximum here. 22, no. 23, no. 24, yeah, 24 works. So 24, and then that'll be 56. And then, let's see here, 25, no, 26, no, 27, no, 28. Yes, 28 will work. Divide by 28 and you get 48. Yeah, 48. And then 29, no, 30, no, 31, no, 32, yes, 32 will work. That'll be, let's see here, 42. And then 33, no, 34, no, 35, no, 36, no, 37, 38, 39, no, 40, no. Okay, so it looks like we're done. These are all the factors. So since they multiply together to be a positive number, that means that they're either both the numbers are going to be positive or both of them are going to be negative. And since they add together to be a negative number, like negative 80, they're both going to be negative. So let's put negatives on all these. And what we're going to do is search for which pair adds up to a negative 80 when we add them together. Okay, and then if you add all the numbers correctly, then you'll end up with negative 24 and negative 56 that add together to be negative 80. So those are the numbers that go over here, negative 24, negative 56. So now that we've established these two numbers, we just continue with our factoring algorithm. We've got 21x, so we've got 21x minus 24 for one factor, and then the other one's 21x minus 56. Okay, the last step is to divide out the common factor. So 21 and 24 are both divisible by 3, and then 21 and 56 are both divisible by 7. So, when you distribute that division of 3, then you end up with the following. Let's see here, 7 and x, and then minus 8. And then the other one, if I divide by 7 all the way around, I get 3x minus 8. All right, and then those are equal to 0. So let's go ahead and solve for each individual solution for x. 7x minus 8 equals 0. So if I add 8 to both sides, I get 7x is equal to positive 8. And therefore, x is going to be equal to 8 over 7 for one of my solutions. For my other one, 3x minus 8 equals 0. If I add 8 to both sides, I get 3x is equal to 8, and then divide by 3, and I get x is equal to 8 over 3. Easy stuff, relatively easy. So we got our two solutions, and if we wanted to check, if you had some time, take your x values, plug them back into the original expression, and then you can see if they equal 0. If they do, then those are your answers. If they don't, I want to try again. Anyways, so that's number 8. If you want to continue, I'll keep going through a couple more of these problems and recording them, and then a few on the back. All right, thanks, guys.